Hey guys, welcome back. It's time for another video for you, and what you're looking at is what I picked up 2 weekends ago. This is a Mr. Do dedicated universal cabinet. I really want to first say thanks to Nate for picking this up way up past Watertown and holding on to it all winter. That was really great of him, and he even delivered it out to Syracuse for me to pick it up while I was at a swap meet up there. But anyway, so I got this for a real great deal. It's got some issues with it, but I'm fairly confident I can make this look pretty good. I've always wanted a Mr. Do. I can't say I've always wanted a Mr. Do. That's funny to say. Since I started collecting, it was one of the top ones that I wanted. Because I can't imagine when I was a kid thinking to myself, oh, I want to have a Mr. Do cabinet. You just didn't even think that kind of things, or those kind of things at all. But anyway, so what you look at here is the Mr. Do, and let's start off with some of the things that are wrong with it. Moving a little closer here. I'm trying to keep this on the tripod as much as possible. So, the first thing you'll notice is this control panel is majorly messed up. The operator obviously had a broken joystick, so his solution was to rivet a piece of steel onto the control panel and then use a crane joystick on top of this thing, which is, you can see, it's a nightmare. Let's show you the back in here. The cool thing about these universal cabinets is they don't have the traditional latches you see. You just have little levers that you flip to release the control panel, like that. So let me show you that inside. The design of these cabinets is actually pretty cool. So here, I'll rotate over here, there's a lever here. Well, you normally reach in from the back and you reach into the coin door and you press this lever like that and it releases the control panel, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's see, how can I show you the back of this? Well, you can just see here that it's been really seriously hacked up. That's not what it's supposed to look like. But, yeah, so there's that. So the inside there looks pretty decent, except for the fact that this control panel is messed up. Control panels are hard to find. And let's look up here at the marquee area. I'm just going to have to hold it here. You can see the marquee has a hole punched in it right here. So they put some plexiglass over top of it. So that's got to be replaced. It doesn't matter anyways because this thing is faded beyond belief. It's supposed to be like green and red. And you see it's white and yellow. Okay, so let's talk about this side. If you look down here, this side of the cabinet looks chewed up a little bit. I think a lot of this is just going to be cleaning it and putting new T-molding on it. I got to find the wood grain flat molding to put over top of this. And this here, once I put I'm going to just put some Bondo and just patch up this a little bit here. And just touch it up with some color matched white enamel paint, and that should make it look pretty decent. Down at the bottom, it's chewed up a little bit more. You can see down right there. So this side's going to need the most body work. There's a little spot up by the marquee area too, where it's got a little, right there, little notch, and that's easy enough to fix. I'm not going to be painting the whole cabinet because if you look at this stuff, it's actually a laminate on top here. Here, it's like a very thin Formica that's printed, so it's actually embedded into the finish. So once I clean it up, though, I think if I use some magic eraser on it, it's going to look really great. I haven't done anything to this at all except for to open it up. So let's take a look at the back. Okay. So there's the back door. These universal cabinets are pretty different from most I've seen, most arcade cabinets I've ever seen. So down there we've got the power supply. The monitor doesn't work. I found this inside. So someone was hoping it was just a fuse. But I don't think it's a fuse because when I turn this thing on, you hear the monitor, the flyback, and the charge up on it. So the monitor needs a rebuild on it. But it's, it looks pretty decent inside. It's a little dirty. Just clean it up. The cool thing is that the back part of the cabinet, the back glass, you'd say, is actually lit up as well. So there's a tube here that lights that up. Something I've never seen before. It's got a light bulb in between. I don't know what this does, but it's obviously blown out. So that's, if it's blown out, it's going to prevent the this light from lighting up. So it's almost like a fuse. It's like a light bulb fuse. Yeah, so got to pull the monitor out of this thing, and it's interesting because the monitor chassis is actually mounted down. I don't know if you can see that, and I don't have a light right now. That's not going to work, is it? Well, anyways, down in there, the monitor chassis is mounted onto the onto a platform, and you can access the controls from the coin door, which is really actually very nice. So yeah, there's basically that. Let's actually turn it on. And I have it already switched on. I just have to pull. Here's something you should know. I got the interlock switch pushed in. You can just, when you have a game with this door open, you can just pull it out, and then it turns on. So you heard it come on, and you heard the monitor turn on. Listen again. Listen for the monitor. Well, it did the first time. All right, let's come around the other side. And okay, you see there's nothing on the screen. Let's coin it up. So you can hear it playing. You hear I sent the ball flying. So that's it with that. Got to get the monitor working. I've got a ton of extra monitors, but I'd like to get this one working first. Okay, so let's talk about something else. Hang on, guys. Okay, I got another thing here. I'll show you. So I got this box, and I haven't even opened it yet. Could turn this off. Don't want to leave it on for long without fully checking it out. Okay, so we got a box here. Let me say, what's in the box? I don't know. I don't know yet. Actually, I do. So this is thanks to Eddie, who sent this to me. He offered to send it for free. Just pay the shipping. I sent him a little extra because I really appreciated him doing this, because these are so hard to find. All right, here we go. We got some packing. We packed it well. Okay, let's look at the first one. So here's another Mr. Do control panel. You can see this one's missing the plexi that's back printed. You've got it on one side, but we don't have it on the other side. But we got a set of buttons here, and the control panel metal itself is in good shape. You see it's not hacked up. It just needs a little straightening along the edge here. Alright, let's look in this a little bit further. Okay, here's another one. This one is actually interesting because it has a different... This one's built differently. That's interesting. Okay, so the one I have in my machine, as well as the one that I just pulled out of the box, here, have what look like Sanwa style buttons in them. You see you've got the micro switch and this button bezel that just kind of snaps in place. So there's that one. This one must be an older version. Could be newer for all I know. It's also missing the... it's got different locking... let's see if I can show this to you. The parts that hold it into place are different as well. If you look here, it has more like the traditional latches. So this must be an older revision of the control panel. So that's interesting. If you look here. But what's cool about this one is it has the full plate here although it's got some holes drilled. Someone decided to drill some extra holes in the control panel, which, you know, together we could probably put together one decent joystick. I mean, one decent control panel. The joystick has got some hand-lathed wooden knob put on the top, so I'm going to have to find some more parts for this. But these buttons are interesting. It's very interesting, actually. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this. I already thought what I was going to do, but seeing this like this with the leaf switches, I might have to take this. I might just end up scanning and remaking this part here and putting on the other one. I don't know, because that one on there is pretty messed up. Okay, guys, I don't want to keep you on here too long. So yeah, thanks to Eddie O for sending me these control panels. I just got to figure out exactly how I'm going to do this. But yeah, there we go. So I'll try to keep more videos coming up. It's difficult lately. It's just been real busy. I've got a lot of stuff to do around the house. It's summertime. Well, summertime not yet, but it's getting to be summer. I have to do a lot of things before it gets too warm out. I'm just trying to get caught up in those kind of stuff, and I got to clean my basement of all the crap that's down here from the winter time. So yeah, but thanks for watching. I'll have more videos for you, and hopefully we'll get this thing looking real good.